ROBIN in the building.
You understand?
Nimeshaanza. Uangalie, look at your fans. These are your fans.
You know, have you realized that in all of my photos, I never look direct to the camera?
Yeah, I've noticed. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey guys. So I am Robin Chepkwait Mwangi. I mean, I'm a cocktail.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's a cocktail.
The fact that even in the next 5 years to come, I'll still not be 30.
Imagine.
It gives me so much
happiness. Me a happiness.
It gives
happiness.
Happiness. I am so excited to be. I've always wanted to be in this.
I like how you started the first time with a happy voice and then you're like, I've always wanted.
It's a fact that.
But see, you're here now. Let's just say we have an entrepreneur. We have a business mogul. We have a singer. Beyonce herself has nothing on her. We have a makeup artist.
Yeah, guys.
We have an Instagram influencer. I'm telling you guys, it's a whole package. When she was saying, actually, what did you call yourself?
I'm a cocktail.
You said what? You said you're a tropical. You said you're a what?
I've not said anything like that.
You said you're a mixture. But anyway,
I'm a cocktail.
A cocktail. Tell me, what's the favorite trend you've had? Like your favorite right now. What's your favorite trend that's going on right now?
Well, first of all, I have to say that I'm not on TikTok. It's been a year. I've been off because I realized that I was so addicted to TikTok. Even when I'm walking with you somewhere, I will still be scrolling on, and it didn't look like it's a big deal. So like, it's just like a story. I'll be like, next, and then because I'm
before you know it, it's like an hour.
And yes, and I was so addicted, and I realized I'm not doing anything else apart from, even when I'm in class, it's online. So like I'm like, Zoom here at the corner. And then so I had to set my priorities straight. I must say, try it.
But try it. What about Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram is struggling.
It's a struggle.
Because the reels are just the same thing as TikTok.
True. But that my sister actually always calls me old because I watch reels. She was like, you'll always get trends at a year after they come.
It's true on Instagram, because it's a copy of TikTok. The trends come later. So that's why I had to explain myself before saying my favorite trend. You know, guys.
Last year.
She's acting like a millennial. I am a Gen Z. Are you saying like in terms of some period? Right now.
Right now. Let's say right now. Or okay, give me a period if you can't find any.
When Wednesday the movie was coming out, then there was that Wednesday dance. That was. We did that with my sister the whole time.
Have you watched Wednesday? I've not watched Wednesday, imagine. I really haven't. And people have been giving me like different, what's the word? Commentaries on how it is. Like my sister saying it's very too hyped.
No, it's amazing. If you've watched the previous Wednesdays, then you'll understand. There was one which was there, Campbell, and there was one in the 19th, and then there was this one here, and then maybe when we are 60 years old.
Like, guys, have you watched Wednesday? And what's one thing you do when you're in the house alone? Tell them. Sema sahi.
You know,
one of the fact you've laughed just shows us whatever you say must be true.
It's true. So, I'm this crazy person. I also feel like if someone was to put a hidden camera in the house, and then they will kind of watch it without telling me, hey, you're gonna know too much. Well, it depends with the moods that I'm in. But one thing that I do all the time is host a show. Yes.
You host a show?
Seats. I sit here, I am the interview.
Lies, for real, Robbie, you do this.
I was like, hi guys. So I'm with Kaylin here, an imaginary Kaylin. You don't do that?
No.
You don't do that?
No, I don't.
You guys, you better be doing that. How will you do that? What? Am I?
Let me. When I was a kid, and I'd play around.
Why did you have to put that? And sometimes when I'm alone at home, I try different recipes so that if they don't come out good, I can eat it on my own.
I love that. I think also I think I actually kind of do the same thing. And then I'm like, it's actually tasting good. I can't really nakapa kwa the video, but what matters is the taste.
Yeah, the taste. So if they come out good, I will eat it when everyone, but now it's well when everyone comes. But if it was wrong,
very fast.
But growing up, I was into, honestly, I've been this a quiet one until I got to maybe primary school. I think when I was a kid, I was still dealing with the fact that I had lost my dad, and no one understands that even kids grieve.
True.
Because it's now a change of, I'm used to seeing that, now I don't see him. I go to school, we draw that thing for mother, father, children.
Oh yeah.
So when I used to come home, I used to tell my mom, when it started, told me to draw father, and in our family set up, I see women. I've been
There's no man.
I don't see a man
no
here. I see my great grandmother, I see my grandmother, I see her sisters. We used to be together. My mom, my aunties, my uncles kidogo. And you know, my uncle is not a father, but on Najua.
That's an uncle.
That's an uncle.
Yes.
Oh, I used to ask my mom every day, why? Because I can't leave it like that.
Yeah.
The teacher wants me tomorrow morning, I have drawn a dad. So I used to ask my mom every time, why? Kwa nini? And then she used to tell me, until my dad went on this journey. Okay, man, I have waited for that man for years. So I think...
You know, black people, black Americans, do you know that thing? Actually, they say their mothers told them when they were growing up that their fathers went to buy milk. Until today, they're waiting for it.
So I used to know my dad went on a journey. Even on the burial day, my mom used to tell me the coffin and everything was something to travel with.
Aww.
So I knew this guy. This guy, I'm in the safari. So my cousin daddy, I'm in the safari. So at that time, I was quiet because I'm still trying to understand how life has changed. You guys used to live in your own house, now you live with your grandparents. You're like,
you're trying to adjust.
And then people are like, she's a kid, she doesn't understand. I mean, yes, I don't know how. I don't remember my dad's face. I can't sit down and tell you he had big ears, small nose. But I guess that time I was so silent. Even when I go to school, I will probably be the one who's being suppressed by the others.
But now, now that you, because you've gone through it,
yes.
What do you want to ask? Like, what would you say to a young child? Because most people don't think the child even knows what's going on.
Yeah, I think that for me,
what do you do? Like, what would you have wanted people to do?
I would have wanted that they make me understand that is like death. Even if just put it in a way where I know it's not a journey. Because me, I grew up knowing he's coming back. I've held on to that until it became a high school. I used to believe. You see those movies where you watch them that they say the dad died and then one day he shows up. I believed to that till Form 1. And you see, in Form 1, it's not like I don't understand he died. It's that you are in denial. It's now when it's hitting you, when everybody else has healed. And you know they will not understand you. They'll be like, it's been 12 years, 15.
And this is when you
are just looking for attention, mtiangu. So anyway, as a child, I'm being also introverted. When I got to primary school, then I understood that was there. That time it was nothing. I didn't even know him. So that time I became so extroverted, and then I got into this space where I switched schools, where we went to live there. And I'm proud of my home. It is like it's your west. It's called Rumuruti, and then we went to live there. And then you know when you changed schools, then I was from a different school. So so even social status, like everything. And then I go to this place where people are like, they don't even know how to friends, they don't even know computer. So you become like a god.
Miss Popular.
I have like perfect English. You guys don't even speak in English.
Come to English.
Oh my gosh.
Let me teach you some.
I remember the first day I was in that school, the first day, the first day, like, welcome, everybody, welcome to our school. And then when I was in this, the teacher went in and in that school, they were standing up. Everything was new. And they stand up and was like, good morning. And they said, good morning, teacher. I was like,
where am I? Take me home.
I'm having a heart attack. Somebody help. And then immediately they were done and they're like, the other part. They expected to say, oh, thank you so much. Sit down. I shouted, excuse me, and I'm a newcomer. I'm being introduced into this class. Excuse me. I'm not even told them my name. It's teacher, not teacher. They were like,
wow.
I love when you go there. If you know Kizungu, you are Nairobi. I'm like, yes, guys.
Wow, that's when you get the.
And in these other schools, you look at other people's social status, you're like, I am here, yes, but I don't think we afford such a life.
Yeah.
So I was always quiet or something because I
kind of like
living,
you were, yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't fit in. I mean, I was a smart kid. Of course, I become number one, but that's the space where I'm like, in books, I'm the best. When it comes here outside, you guys have your space.
That's shocking, actually, to hear.
Yeah.
That's actually shocking. I'm shocked. And I'm sure anyone that's watching this that knows you.
I know.
It's gonna be shocked.
Yes, but when I go home, my extrovert nature is out there. Me, I've been a talkative kid. Maybe I used to talk to myself even when I'm in a room by myself. Hadi my mom comes to check.
That's so... that's so... that's not me. Like me, I remember when during COVID, I was like, I'm going to sit down here with myself and do nothing.
I remember I texted my uncle. So like, uncle, I got these people at the same age as you. They're not telling me hi. I'm such a baby.
Apart from that, like now in the way of social dating.
Social dating.
Did you find yourself like, because now I know.
Where? Especially with my extroverted nature.
Yes. And also knowing that like most people that are extroverted like that, they are probably either in a different lifestyle. Okay, in campus, I feel like you don't even have like you don't have the air. You don't
know what you want to ask.
Yes, like in high school you had a way of doing things.
Yes.
You
had a routine
and everything. Then you go to campus and you're extroverted and you're pretty, and like you have the chance to have all kinds of friends.
Yeah.
So how was that for you?
Okay, so one thing, I am extroverted, yes, means I have friends, weird friends, good friends.
All types of friends.
All types of friends. But the thing is, I have gotten from high school. You see, I come from a Catholic high school, and I am grateful. I take that thing because personality-wise, it formed me, and I'm able to be self-disciplined despite of me being extroverted. Meaning, I have all types of friends. Meaning, I have friends who club, I have friends who go to church, I have all types, but I will have to know what is one thing that I'm okay with. I'm extroverted, yes, but I'm not okay with going to the club. I'm extroverted, yes, but I go to church.
Have you found yourself at a place where, yes, you have your disciplines, yes, you have friends and everything, but have you found yourself like at a place where you're like, should I or should I not?
I'm like, get away with discipline. You only live once. Anyway,
or confused about
it? Yes, very many times. Very many times. I would not say it happens at year one. Certain things like I remember in 1991. No, you get it every time.
I think the Christian version of a friend is somebody who works with you, somebody who's closer than a brother. That's kind of like what a friend is. So it's not the worldly, what we call the worldly friendship is, oh, I met you in the streets today, you have what I have, we have something in common, then that means we are friends.
You have pink.
You pink. I love pink.
That's how I make friends sometimes.
So that's the worldly way of making friends.
Yeah.
But what God called a friend is somebody who's really sharpened and like an iron that sharpens an iron.
Yeah.
So I think also like asking yourself, are they really your friends, or they're just like there's the close people around you that you let to pour into you, and then there's the people that you pour out into, and the people who you just hang out with here and everything. So like she's saying, like knowing where you
stand in your
where do you stand in your faith, and if for sure you know like umetoka jana or you just became Christian yesterday, cut those friends off. don't go back that. No, get your foundation straight, then get a community that can hold you,
true.
Get those close friends basically, and then now you can now start administering to other people. Be wise. It's just about, because also Jesus was at a good place with God. That's the thing he did.
God.
He looked for close friends.
Yes.
And at the same time he walked with God.
But that's what
at the same time he walked out.
I was reading a part where Paul says that him, when he goes to people, he becomes like them, not them, like them, so that it will be easy for him to
just don't be creepy. It's weird for people's joy that the God is looking at you, type of thing. Just make friends and don't be weird, and just just have conversations, because even people can tell. Koja Robin has classes, by the way.
Yeah.
Classes, how to make friends 101.
Yeah. Any type of friend. If you want the friend that just listens. No, I have friends for that. Personally, I have friends for everything. I have friends who I know they're so introverted, they don't talk. So I know it's just started something. I look for them. I pour
everything.
They're just like, And after that, I'm like, they didn't help me. They didn't do anything. I'm like, oh.
Let me ask you, now that you're good, like she's really good at makeup. Let's just say, let's give her flowers. But she's very good at makeup and everything. I've been seeing a lot of comments these days on TikTok, like when somebody puts makeup, there's just this one man that will be like, I like women when they're natural. Have you ever had a fear of that? And have you ever gone through that? Has anyone told you personally, like, have you ever been attacked?
I think, no. I've even me, when I go to people, after I've been with someone, I'm like, do I look that fragile? Because, no, I don't, not say that I want people to be negative with me. But everyone is always so positive. I'm like, is it because I look...
Yesterday she made an Instagram post of, if I was to change anything about me, what would I change?
Yes.
And everyone was like, there's nothing to change.
Yes, I was
perfect.
When I did that post, I was like, gosh, what will people say about me? I've not received even one single negative comment.
Literally. That's what I noticed. I was like, there was no negativity.
I thought, I was like, people don't fear me. I'm not scary, am I?
No, you're not.
And then I'm like, okay, but if you don't fear me, is it because I'm fragile? Like, is it your heart? Like,
is it me?
Is it me?
Am I the problem?
Am I the problem?
So you've never really gone.
And if I have, it's hard for me to point out negativity. I was like,
Oh, okay. So let's say you are like me. Even me, I'm so oblivious to things. But even when people, even the time where I went abroad, people were like, Ati, did you ever face racist comments? And I was like,
did I?
Maybe I did.
Yes, now you get me. That's how, someone's telling me, one day I go to your Instagram and I'll put down a negative comment, like, you're my friend. It will look funny. I'm like,
that is so funny.
And I thank God for that personality. Because I am so, honestly, I'm fragile. Like, if you tell me anything negative, like, directly, well, I will cry. I will cry. I will cry that you will...
That's umesikia. Nikiona negative comments kwa hii podcast. I don't want.
I will cry that person has to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Then I remember I had one of my high school boyfriends. So it was my first ever boyfriend, by the way.
Look at you breaking people's hearts.
I didn't break with her.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we just
you break the other's heart.
No one broke.
Oh, sorry, basi. You're at the good side. Nilikuwa karibu kwanza kumwambia vitu.
So he goes like, that was the first ever negative comment I've gotten in my life that I remember till date. And I am always like, I always wanted to prove that person wrong. Then I was like, the problem is you have poor eyesight. I've stopped because we were just sitting casually like this after we were done with it. It was not even a serious thing. It was just a childish thing. Honestly, right now if I look at it, I'm like, we were not even friends.
Ningeambia bosinge. I wouldn't be seated.
So he goes like, let me ask you. Apart from being pretty, what else do you have? I was like, and then I'm this I'm
it's
not
the audacity.
So I was shocked and hurt at the same moment because okay, you are my boyfriend. How don't you know that I have skills? You guys, I can draw you and bring you like how you are. Don't you know that I perform very well in school?
Don't you know I'm a radio show host?
That time I was not.
Sorry.
I was in high school. Don't you know I'm a role model to people? Don't you know that if we work with you we used to work in the village and everyone will say hi to me. What's wrong with you? So at that time I'm angry. I want to say all these things, but the problem is I'm this nice person. I just smiled at him and I was like,
smile is so dangerous. What?
In my head, I have given him a lecture.
A whole lecture.
Like, but then come to reality, I'm like, sir. At that time I was like, by the way, I don't condemn you for seeing that right now. I'm only 16.
Yeah, it's not like you.
It's not like I have to have achievements by right now. And if him personally he hadn't seen.
He was also
like, you don't know even my personality. You don't know. Maybe I'm kind.
Well, that means that whatever he was doing wasn't even pushing that personality out of you anyway.
Yes. So I sat down and I was like, am I really the problem? Because if I was a problem, everyone could have been telling me this. So this is a you problem.
What the conclusion is?
So I told myself I'll not talk back at you. I just made it like. But then every day I have an achievement. Every day I am someone. I'm like, I want to post it and tag him on every. I was like, you tag. I'm gonna be mature. I'm so being petty. I was 16. I'll be honest. That same words, they hurt me, but they still motivate me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
what's that song for Ariana Grande? Thank you. Next.
But I have nothing. I honestly, with him being someone I dated, I have no problem with that at all because it was just a childish thing. But that statement, boyfriend, enemy, or whatever, that statement, it got in my mind that time. So, but I used to cry because when you're a people pleaser, words hurt more than
you know why I think it hurts? Because as a people pleaser, you kind of do everything you can
make people see the good in you.
Yes. So by the time somebody is actually seeing something, that one thing that's negative, you're like, all this time I've done this, all these things I've done for you, only for you to notice
that I have nothing.
Yes. Because I'm supposed to be perfect.
No, well, I hadn't done anything for him.
Oh, sorry. All these things that I am. All these good things. Because I bet at that time, the only reason you were not doing the crazy things, not necessarily because of God or anything. It's just because you are people pleaser, which I feel like I understand for me too. And I think that's also one thing I had a problem with, like, people when they bring any negative thing to me. Yani, I am a good person. I have put in my heart to be a good person.
Then you come here.
And then you come here and you take that one thing. Now, most people, like, in our times right now, actually, a lot of the girls around me right now, whether Christian or not, they're like, easy vitu za marriage zinakaa tu love doesn't exist. Basically what they don't say is basically they don't believe in love.
Yeah.
But then like we serve a God of love. Yeah. But you're also one of the people who I've met who's actually very enthusiastic.
Yes, we are going to have a family, guys.
Like you're one of the people that I've met that actually wants a very enthusiastic.
I used to be like, I don't think I need a man in my life. But deep down, I admired my parents. I think a lot of it shows as if men are dogs.
Men are trash, women take your money. That's the narrative.
Yes. So in as much as society is trying to show me that is how it should be, or I refuse.
But even when you work with that mentality, even when you're going to date,
I saw someone say that no, I don't want to sound touchy or anything, but Apostle Joshua someone.
Yes.
So he was preaching and he says that thoughts create reality. Every time you have a thought in your mind, we don't know much about the spiritual realm and everything that we say. But it says every time you attract a negative thing in your mind, it attracts the spirits behind that thing. That's why you always find, I thought about it and it happened.
Yeah.
It's those, I don't want to sound touchy or anything, but he said it's those spirits, you attract them for that thing to happen. So that's the importance of you being positive. Yeah. But I think, I would not blame people who they have reason to believe that.
Yes.
Like someone who has been cheated on or anything. Because it's because once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah.
And then because you're aware of patterns.
Yeah.
So if you see something it's going like
you have to be very cautious about it. It's just like this story I was hearing where like this guy grew up from a very bad household, like a very like toxic household. And he was sure like when people fight they have to throw things. So see now he became Christians and then he's living with a normal couple, like they're living in a house and everything. And then this couple starts arguing and he starts closing his ears. He's like, oh my god, guys, don't divorce. And they're like, we were just arguing about the pancake. It's not like we're not gonna divorce
the pancake.
God's favorite pancake. But like it showed the mentality, like even him he was like, Yani, even me if I was to get, because he was not married at that time, he was like, Yani, if I was to get a girl by now, if we ever had an argument, the automatic thing would be
I'll do what I'm used to. Do you think it's okay for you to make the first step?
Me, I feel like kama unataka kufanya the first step, go ahead. I really don't mind. But as for me and my house, this house you see here, I will not avoid to go looking for a man. I cannot be looking for a job, a house, land, and then I can't. You're playing games. I can't. I really can't.
What if the guy is nice,
but they're afraid to come to you? I don't know.
It's a you problem.
I mean, at least try to look like you're looking for me.
If they are sending mixed signals.
Izo ndo sitaki. Kwanza in the other podcasts, there's a podcast I did with Andy, and I was like, if you want to date me, tell me I want to date you. Say those things out of your mouth.
Ask me to be your girlfriend.
I used
to fantasize in my head. I tell myself, the guy who will ask me, can I be your boyfriend? He has to kneel down.
Okay. Ukapata kwa simu we. Let's be girlfriend.
You're my girlfriend from today.
But yeah, I feel like, of course, maybe it won't come the way I'm thinking of. Now that I think about it, maybe there won't be roses and flowers. I feel like, yeah, I think a girl can look for a guy, but that's them. For me, I don't think I can. But hiyo kitu ya mixed signals, sitaki kusikia hiyo.
Grow up,
please. I can't. I really can't. Because I feel like it's such a long game. Yeah. Like it's like a game you're playing. Like can you look for a guy?
I'm just straightforward person. If I like you, even if you're a girl or a woman or a man, by the kid, I like you so much. I've never told you that, by the way.
Is this an example I'm going to say? You mean so many straw.
It It's a real one.
Oh, thanks. So, guys, I think that's it for today.
Aww.
We'll have more of Robin. But then you
Yes.
might call her co-host at this point.
I have stories.
She has stories for days.
When you walk in the streets of Kenya, you'll hear that people tell each other, Sawa Bana. It means I feel you. We see you.
We see you.
Yes, this was fun.
It was so fun.
Subscribe. Hit on that bell. What else do you guys say?
Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Like. And comment.
Comment. Oh, comment.
And
guys,
comment. Follow her Instagram.
I am
Robin.
I underscore Roby with a single B. From there, I'll tell you what else.
What else to add? DM. DM. Guys, I'll see you and bye.